Oh yeah, we back with another episode on the Twisted T2, baby, where we read you those Reddits. Now, the other day we came out and we found one where the boyfriend had asked if he was the a-hole for ditching his girlfriend at the restaurant, which caused her to lose her probationary period. And we went through that one and we talked about it. Now, crazy enough, a few hours ago, poof, the boyfriend repost. And we're going to go through and see what the boyfriend said on the repost. Now, this was about Cindy, who was a 26-year-old female where she lost her job. The boyfriend decided to help her get a job at his job. She had that 3-month probationary period, and she decided to be late consistently. She decided that she just wasn't going to do her job up to the standards of which it was supposed to be. He wrote that she was a horrible employee, basically. And the job did not take her on full-time after learning what type of an employee she was. They went out one day to lunch, where she consistently turned her 1-hour lunches into 1.5-hour lunches. This was another one of those days. She wanted to see if he would play chicken about being late to work, basically. He chose no, so he left the restaurant. She gets to work 20 minutes later than she was supposed to in general. And sure enough, her period comes up, they fire her. Now, update. Am I the A for ditching my girlfriend at that restaurant, which contributed to her failing her probationary period at work? Now, everybody went on to state in the comments that he was not the A and that she should have probably had her shit together if she knew what she needed to have done. All right. Last week, 27-year-old male, talked about how my girlfriend, Cindy, 26, blew her probationary period for the job I got her. That's right. He got her the job and she didn't give a shit. She was chronically late, unproductive, and she took 90-minute marathon lunch breaks. She claims that I sabotaged her because instead of being late when getting back to work, I left her at the restaurant when she wanted another refill of her soda. That's right. She wanted a refill of soda that she couldn't say no to, and the restaurant was busy at the time, and they both knew it, and she said, I'm going to wait for my soda, when, like I said, she could have gotten anything to drink when she got back to work. Anyway, Cindy decided that she has gone to make some time off of work for her mental health. Now, again, this is the same one who lost a job because she can't keep a job, and the job that she had before that pretty much let everybody go. Knowing that she has absolutely no savings, I asked her, how are you going to contribute to the rent, the groceries, and the utilities? But Cindy said, well, that's not my concern. So I decided to be upfront and flat out tell her, don't expect me to financially support you. She responded by calling me a low provider, whatever that means. She wants you to be her parents again, okay? And a low provider is because she's saying that you just aren't the one to provide for her because you put your foot down like you were supposed to and told her that, look, this isn't the way this is going. It's also not right because I'm more of a provider. And I'm not into arguments where I financially support a woman for companionship. Yeah, I get it, buddy. I get it. At this point, I knew that our relationship was basically over, but I decided that I would stay in the apartment we rent for the next 2 months, as we have paid our rent in full until the end of May, and then leave. Then Cindy began taking steps to actively sabotage me at work. Oh, that's not good. That's not good. For example, last Friday when I was getting ready for work, I couldn't find my shoes. After letting me look for them for 15 minutes, Cindy comes around the corner and finally says that, well, I washed them. I'm fairly sure Cindy has never washed anything other than a plate or her own laundry. But on Friday morning, she abruptly decides to wash my shoes. Right. They were soaking wet. I had to wear an old pair of Crocs that were 2 sizes too small to the office that day. On my way home, I bought a new pair of shoes and kept them in my car. Oh yeah, this is definitely getting to be detrimental. Then Cindy began spamming me with texts during my meeting on Saturday. I'm sure she knew you had that meeting. One, I told her that I was saying that there was guys bannering outside our door. There was a guy banging outside our door. She insisted I needed to come home right away. I checked the Ring camera and saw nothing. When I text her back saying so, she said it must have been the neighbor or something. But it's worth mentioning here that I can see our neighbor's door camera too. Nobody's banging on that either. Cindy's mad at you, and we knew that the last time. And now she's going about some of the most childish ways to cause you to suffer some of the pain that she suffered from her own wrongdoings. This is messy. I got the picture, though, of what's going on, you see, and I realized that the next escalation would be me having my tires slashed or brakes cut. After work that day, man, you really think she gonna do that to you? I ain't gonna lie, though. Them Cindy's with the name Cindy, they be crazy. So you really think she gonna do that to you? She gonna cut them tires out and slash them brakes? Well, you know what I mean, the opposite. But you think she gonna do that to you? I went back to our apartment, gathered my belongings, and left. Cindy naturally went off the rails, but I got out safely. Now I'm at my buddy's house for a few days until I can find a new living situation. Damn. Okay. Thanks for all the advice you gave me. I'm sure this can act as cautionary tales in various ways. Unfortunately, I'm kind of out of it after all of this drama, so I'm going to leave it up to you. All right. So, it's funny that, it's not funny, but I appreciate the person updating. And, well, we all knew that she fucked up your shit to begin with. And, well, when she felt like hers was fucked up, it doesn't come as a surprise that she acted out in the manner that she did, because she's acting out through her emotions and not with a brain. And unfortunately, you paying the price, Pop Piper. So with that being said, thank you for the update, right? Good luck on this transformation. If you haven't said anything to your boss, you might want to update them in case she continues to sabotage you at work. And you know what? Huge Slater, you make a valid point. I once was also inside of a situation where I was trying to get out of a relationship, and the person decided that it would be a really good idea to attempt to sabotage my workplace at the time. And by doing so, well, prior, the person let me know that they was going to send emails about all types of stuff. And I said, okay. So the first thing I did was I went and I warned my direct boss about what I felt may be ready, about what may come. And sure enough, she did. That lady sure did send emails all the way up the corporate ladder, filmed all the way up. And, well, let's just say I had a long talk. And in the long talk that I was having with my boss, I said, hey, need I remind you that prior to this happening, I warned you, and I warned you to warn others that this was coming, so that when it got to this point, this wouldn't be something that we needed to discuss. So, good advice on your part. Definitely, because she seems like she's going to continue this. And you know what? We'll be here if she does, so feel free to write, because we want to know. Not only should he tell his boss, also inform the police, because, like he mentioned, she could cut his brakes, which could cause a road accident. And the landlord. You don't want to be on the hook. You don't want to be on the hook for the damages that Cindy's going to cause over time. And she's probably going to tear that house up and blame you for it. So you might want to inform the landlord that I was out at this time. And if you didn't take pictures, then I'm sorry. My guess, with all the scrolling she did on her phone under her desk, instead of actually working, she stumbled upon the traditional wife TikTok, and she was banking on a free ride despite her sounding like she does none of the housework of a traditional wife trend. Implies thinking that she can just get the free ride. If you can, next time you're at the apartment, try to take as many pictures as you can of the place without her knowledge. I would not put it past her to try to flip the script and say that you trashed this place out of anger. And, well, then you're screwed out of your deposit. I'm pretty sure that in your head, the money that you've already put in for the next few months, you probably already figured that it's a wash at this point. So, and I think that's your best bet is to figure that this is a wash at this point, because it definitely is. Because we can see it. Everybody on here can see it. Even your deposit, that's gone. That's right. So it needs to let the building manager know we moved out because of domestic abuse. Many places now have it where you can break a lease without penalties if you're leaving an abusive relationship. Well, that's good to know. They also need to let them know that they've left in case the ex decides to destroy everything. Yeah, no, that's what we've been going through. Turns out she's putting more efforts into sabotaging your stuff than she is the damn job. And that's valid, which is probably why we're dealing with this. Was this the woman who caught a ride to work with you instead of working, would sit down, open the blank doc while she played on her phone? Yeah, this is that one. This is a crazy update. Okay? Some HR departments have safety places in plan for domestic. I'm glad you escaped before she claimed abuse on you. You said you weren't the argumentative type, and man, we're glad, because it could have gotten worse. She went from low provider to no provider real fast. Dodged a bullet, my guy. You did. All right, you did. And there probably will be some more mess on there for as we continue through this. There's probably going to be some more mess that you're going to have to deal with. And like we said, we would love for you to go ahead and put that stuff on these posts, because awkward reaction. Things have been really good with your story. Now, I'm not saying that we don't hope the best for Cindy, but in order for Cindy to get the best treatment that she's looking for, Cindy's going to have to get off her ass and stop bullshitting, okay? It's the only way that Cindy's going to get a better life is if she get off her ass, stop bullshitting and blaming people. You like to blame people for your slowness. You like to blame people for your tardiness. You like to blame people for your retardation. That's on you, girl. You the one acting ridiculous, okay? Ain't nobody else doing it but you, all right? You're acting out emotionally. Our best advice to you is to leave this man alone, because you need to work on you so you can make it to whatever you need to make it to, because your rent is due at the end of, it looked like May. So January, February, March, April, May, June, you screwed, girl. All right? So get your shit together. Now, with that being said, we getting up out of here because I got another meeting and I also got to go to work. So, thank you for tuning into an episode of the Twisted Tea 2, where we come to bring you these Reddit reads. Now, we will be going on and doing more. Thank you for tuning into the Twisted Tea 2, where we reading these Reddits to you. Let me be honest with you. We're going to drop one daily. So you want to see something? Keep clicking. Don't forget to hit those buttons. As you see, we are a smaller channel and we do need and would love the support. We appreciate that. Without you, we're shit. So thank you for coming true. Oh, yeah.